Yo, yo, yo.
What up? What up?
Man, I tell you, it feels good to be back. Feels good to get
Oh
back
yeah,
in the humidor. Feels good to get my stash back up. As
you you
I kind of
you
told
you
the
getting
story
rusty
on
being in
air.
humidors, ain't you?
I was. You know what? Usually when I go in the humidors, they'll say, hey, let me know if you need any assistance, need any help with anything. And I'll just ignore them and be like, all right, all right. This time I was like, yeah. I'll let you know if I need you.
Yeah,
I feel like a newbie all over again.
you actually said I might need you this time, man.
I was in there like,
Hilarious.
what is this place? Where do I even begin? Been so many daggone weeks, man. Like it's probably the longest stretch I've been without being inside of a humidor, like 2-3 weeks. That's
Yeah,
that's not
you
that's not
went
like
on a
me.
humidor hiatus, bro.
A
That's
humidor
terrible.
hiatus.
Whew. Couldn't be me. I still been
Yeah,
in the humidors personally. I
I've been
still reek
neglecting
of
them, man.
cigar smoke when you smell me. You know, like,
Bro, I was dry on cigars. I had no more cigars in the house. Well, I had cigars in the house, but they're old and stale. Probably need to be trashed. They need well, no, not trashed. They need to be buried and
in an
sent off
honorable
properly.
fashion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, 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 in honorable fashion. I need the discard of them honorably. But yeah, man. So my stash ran out. I got low. I didn't have cigars to smoke, and I had been smoking on a consistent basis. Even went out of town, went by the water. I had no cigars with me by the water.
You totally
I was
unprepared for
not living
life.
my life, man. I had no idea who I am. I lost my identity.
Man, talk about life catching up to you, man.
Yeah, I guess I think that's might be what it is. I think that might be what it is. Hey yo, and real quick, I meant to mention this to you yesterday. I meant to text it to you. For the first time, I was sitting back. I was chilling. I was getting off of work. I was just walking to the car, and I was like, man, I think I'm taking life too seriously. I'm taking life too seriously. I've been taking life too seriously. You know what's happening, right?
You're in a
That switch is
childhood
happening.
phase. It's finally coming off of you. You finally
It just
dropping that
randomly hit me
adulthood.
like, dog, I gotta stop taking life so seriously. You know what I'm saying? We had a loss. Chuck Norris passed, and thinking about life and
Nigga.
death, and how fast things come and go. And I'm just thinking, like, man, I'm taking life too serious. I gotta let up. I gotta let up. I gotta chill a little bit. I see
Yeah.
Nikki in here. Nikki 7-7.
Nikki. Hold on. So Chuck Norris made you realize you got to take your life more less seriously.
Yeah, yeah. Chuck
R.I.P. to
Norris
the
passed
legend,
away.
by the
R.I.P. to
way.
the legend, man. Yes, we lost Chuck Norris. A big one, man. That's a big kick to the chest on it. Pun
Yeah.
intended.
Yeah. You
Pun
felt that
intended.
one, didn't you?
Felt that. Definitely felt that. But yeah, so R.I.P. to Chuck Norris, man. And we'll circle back around to this because I do want to get into this Chuck Norris talk. I do want to talk martial arts for a little bit. You know, that's who I am. You know what I'm saying? That's part of my livelihood, part of my identity. We talk about cigars being my identity. That's part of my identity too. So we're coming back to Chuck. We're gonna talk about Chuck. We'll talk about some martial arts stuff too.
Man, hey, look, talking about cigars being part of your identity. If it was part of your identity, you don't go 2-3 weeks without thinking about a cigar. I don't think you even thought about one.
Whoa. Time out. We're not saying I didn't think about a cigar. I just I didn't have a space. Okay, I'm lying. I had a space. I just neglected that part of my identity. I
There
just
we
didn't do
go.
what I needed to do. I didn't take care of myself. I was neglecting myself.
What a shame, man. What a shame, man. But oh man, let's get into the Chuck talk though, man. Did you
Okay.
yeah, let's jump into Chuck because I'm intrigued by that conversation, man. You know, you said you had some things that you wanted to talk about with that.
Oh
Let's go
yeah,
straight to it.
yeah. So when Chuck passed away, and I'm thinking about how those guys back in my youth kind of fed into me wanting to be the best martial artist I could be in that time and in that
Right.
space. You had some bad boys back in the day that we looked up to. Of course, Bruce Lee, he's one of the staples. Gotta love Bruce Lee. I don't know
Right.
anybody who loves martial arts who doesn't love Bruce Lee, or somebody who's not into the genre who does not have some kind of revering of Bruce Lee.
They try to smudge his name lately, though.
Yeah, they have been, which I don't know why. Let the man be the legend. That's the
That's
legend.
what you do to Grace.
That's the
You got to
legend.
make
You know
him
what I'm
not
saying?
so great in your eyes.
Yeah, the mystique of Bruce Lee, you can't take that away from him. You can't take that away from him. But I think it was the whole Hollywood thing and him coming to bringing his art and culture to America. They try to put dirt on his name because they didn't like it too much. They didn't like it too much. But he did what he did. One of the biggest influences. And then you got people like, you know what I'm saying, Jackie Chan. Of course, he did what he did. You know what I'm saying? So you got some boys who was big mainstays. You even got Jim Kelly. You know what I mean? Guys like Jim Kelly who did their thing. You know what I'm saying? Blaxploitation and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But that was all like things we looked up at. You know what I mean? Like, man, martial arts is the thing. And I want to get into it. And got into it early, 10 years old, living in Japan. And started then and kept going all the way till I hit third degree black belt, well into my 20s, touched it in my 30s. I kind of slowed down. Knees ain't the same in my 40s, but I'll still hit a bag every now and then and throw some kicks every now and then to stay loose.
I got a question, man. I hate to throw you off your train of thought, but Japan, was the culture for it there differently than the culture here when you got back to the States? In terms of martial arts?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay,
it was more of a way of life. It's a way of life in Japan. You come here, and that was a battle I had to deal with at a large part because it's so commercialized. Like it's more for like I would have this issue, you know what I'm saying, especially as I hit my late teens to early 20s of visiting different dojos and getting with different groups and seeing how different organizations were ran. And it's about money. And watching some of these people get promoted at the level that they were getting promoted or at the rate they were getting promoted. And like that kid is not ready to be a brown belt, not ready to be a purple belt, not ready to be a black belt. Because the thing is, they were promoting people because they were making the parents and the students and people pay for those promotions. So the more you promote, the more belts that you have and more systems that you have, the more promotions you get, the more you build this thing of I can make more money. So I was seeing people get promoted for the sake of having this money making promotion. And I
saw a glimpse of that. I saw a glimpse of that with my son when he was in it. It was so many students that didn't have the basics mastered. And in fairness to my particular dojo, the sensei was pretty good about trying not to rush the kids, but some of them were taking so long that he finally just had to be like, I got to get other people in. You gotta move on up so I can open up space for more people that want to enter. But it's still, in a sense, you're still promoting people who didn't deserve to be promoted, so it's fell into the same thing, business.
That's setting that student up for failure. And then they go to these tournaments, and tournaments were money-making tournaments, not necessarily for the competition aspect, but for the money-making aspect. And they're throwing out, we talk about it when we talk about basketball and all these other things. You had those participation awards. You're giving them participation, not making them compete. When I won my grand champion trophies or whenever I fought in tournaments, if you didn't medal or you didn't place or you didn't trophy, you didn't get whatever award, you just didn't get it. You suck. You got your behind beat. Go sit down and go work. That's what it was. It wasn't no, hey, everybody clap, everybody get a trophy. Nah, it wasn't none of that. You had to go get it. And if you wasn't good enough, you just wasn't good enough. And I had my wake up calls every time I stair step or maybe I teared up. I hit a brown belt and I had to fight this class. And then when I hit black belt, and then I went from black belt as a 17-year-old to a black belt at a 20-year-old, and I had to fight grown men as black belts, and there was no limit. They can be a 6th-degree black belt, and I'm a 2nd-degree black belt. It didn't matter. We're in that same age group. We're in that same weight class. I got my behind whooped. Guess what? I got to go back and work, and had to get better, and had to keep working. But now, like they don't or haven't push the students to actually get to that level that they need to get to. They put that black belt on them and they think they nice. Nah, homie, that black belt ain't meaning nothing. You know what I mean? That's what I've seen a lot on the side in America versus in Japan. You get that more authentic. This is life, and you don't rank up until you earn that rank.
Right. That makes sense. Hi, Jessica.
Jessica, what's up?
Yeah. But that makes a lot of sense, man. It makes a lot of sense with sports in general in America at this point in time across the board. we still in that era where it's participation trophy. You know, it's a lot of wanting to build kids' confidence through false confidence. You know what I mean? Like, and at the end of the day, you're really not doing anybody no favors.
That false confidence is dangerous. It's dangerous, especially when it comes to something like martial arts. Especially when it comes to something like, you can do that with some other sports, maybe whether it's a dance competition or cheer or I don't know, whatever sport you want to think about. But when you think,
it benefits nobody still. But yeah, especially when you're in a physical where you can hurt somebody or potentially kill somebody in a sport, you definitely don't want a false sense of confidence. But any of them, it don't help. If the goal is improvement, you know what I'm saying? If your goal is to be better, it's better to know where you really stand at. So now I know what I need to work on.
If I suck, I need to know that I suck. If I get my behind whooped, I need to get my behind whooped and get back to work.
Yeah, that's what and then you find out what you got in you. Either you're going to work harder or you're going to quit at that point. Yeah. But you learn something about yourself through a behind whooping. Like,
yeah, man. Which, hey, look, but those guys back in the day, man. Shout out to Chuck Norris. Shout out to a lot of the boys that just got it in. They put that work in, and they gave me the drive to say, let me emulate some of that. So I want to give you a quick little top 5 of my people that I like to look up to. I'm gonna rank them from 5 to 1.
Based on film, right?
Based on film, based on true to the art, based on skill and skill set that just resonated with me. So
let me clarify it even more. Well, we're talking about movie people. Movie people though, not
Hollywood. Not necessarily like UFC fighters and stuff like that. I'm talking about people who were on the big screen. They showed off their abilities and their prowess, but they were true to the art form. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you number 5. And he just passed away. So Chuck, you're number 5 for me. You're number 5. RIP to you, but Chuck, you had 5.
Okay.
To me, he wasn't the best of the best when it comes down to it. He had that mystique. I wasn't a big Texas Walker Ranger type of fan, but the stuff before then is where it resonates with me, especially when he went up against Bruce Lee. Right. And those movies, those things, he was true to the art form. I liked his style when it came to true to the art form outside of the Texas Walker Ranger.
Right.
After that,
number 4, Lou Alcindor.
Nah, man, come on, nah, man. I can't give it to him. Nah, hey, big time in the movie. I appreciated it, but
he almost won. He almost beat Bruce.
Them long legs, them kicks was ugly, man. Hey, you need to put some more work in. I get it, them legs was long, Kareem, but nah, man.
Hey, man. He gave him a close one.
I hated watching them kicks, man. And then when he goes up against Bruce, I hated watching them throw them sloppy side kicks, front kicks. Like, dude, man, nah, that ain't it. Man, but I got to give number 4 to Jean-Claude Van Damme. Jean-Claude. The boy was bad. Bloodsport.
Yeah.
What's the other ones he had? But you know what I'm saying, his he made me want to learn how to do the splits. I got to get my stretch right. I got to get my stretch game right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He was that one.
I got to get my kicks up. I got to know how to get him up. He pushed me to the limit when it came to that. And the boy was fast hands too. Fast hands, fast legs.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. You know who made me want to split more than Jean-Claude Van Damme? Was Johnny Cage.
Johnny Cage. Really? Why you say that though?
Cause man, you know he had that split and that nut punch, man. He do the split and hit you in the balls on Mortal Kombat. Yeah. Johnny Cage.
Gotta do the split. The split
guy had that in part one. That was his move. He had the little fireball and then he do the split and hit you in the nut punch.
Yeah. All right.
He defeated Goro with that, bro. How you forget? In the movie.
I forgot. I haven't seen it in a while. It's been a minute.
All right, man.
It's been a minute.
When it come back to theaters, you got to go revisit it, man.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry.
Shout out to movies coming back to the theaters. You was watching Ninja Turtles not too long ago. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, thanks for bringing those back.
Yeah,
but let's see. Number three. I'm gonna put him at number 3. I'm gonna put him at number 3. Michael Jai White. I'm gonna put Michael Jai White at number 3. I wanted to put him a little higher.
I didn't see that.
A little higher. But between my two and 3, those can probably go either way. But Michael Jai White, I'm gonna put you at number 3.
I didn't even think he was gonna make your list.
Really?
That shocked me. I like Michael Jai, but he didn't come to mind when I was thinking about who you were gonna name. Like I didn't. So he never even crossed my mind. But yes, good choice.
Biggest in Hollywood. He was not nowhere near the biggest in Hollywood. But as far as like being true to the art, I know and I can tell, I can see that he is true to the art. So he's been in a lot of films. He just hasn't had like huge films. But he's been in a lot of films, and he's true to the art. And he was in the Ninja Turtles.
He was. And I saw him when I watched it. Yeah, he was in it.
And it took me a while to realize that he was in the Ninja Turtles way back then. It's like, yo, okay.
And they edited his scene wrong because I caught it at the theaters. I'm like, oh, I heard he was in it. There you go, right there. And then when everybody walked off, he didn't walk off with the group. I'm like, what happened to Michael? He must have hung up with Raphael behind the car.
Or there's a theory that he became Raphael. Or he was Raphael.
I never heard that.
Raphael, like he was Raphael in disguise or whatever.
Yeah.
That's the theory I've heard.
Really? I never heard that.
Yeah. Like when they show him in the scene, that's why he doesn't walk off with everybody else.
Yeah.
And then and then the scene comes back and there's Raphael there. They're saying like, you know how like when they go in disguise and become human, the mask and the trench coat and all that stuff is that's a theory. I don't know how true it is, but that's a theory.
Yeah, that's wrong. That's just bad editing, but that's a great theory though. That's a great theory.
So he makes number 3. I was battling with myself to say 2 or 3. I'm gonna put him at 3. Number 2, Jet Li. Love me some Jet Li back in the day. Jet Li was the guy. Like, I know in his movies he did a lot of they hook him up to the cables and make him fly around and all that stuff. I get that, the gimmicky part of it, but you can tell that he was nice with what he did. So even though they spiced him up a little bit for the movies, for the theatrics, it is what it is. But Jet Li, overall, when it comes down to it, when you study who he was and who he is to the game, to the martial art world, he's actually really, really good. Despite all the Hollywood effects and things like that. So, but when he did bring that to the big screen, he actually made it pop. And you can only pull that off if you are actually nice at what you do. Yeah, so Jet Li gets number 2. But I could have swapped Jet Li and Michael Jai White. I could have swapped them. And I think I might want to swap them. I'll give Michael Jai White number 2, Jet Li number 3.
Yeah, because Michael Jai White probably would whoop his behind in a real one. You know what I'm saying? So, and knowing that they both are skilled, but Michael's got the size advantage with the skills. You know what I'm saying?
Michael's a bad boy. Yeah. And then number 1, of course, you know who number 1 is? Bruce Lee. Got to give it to Bruce Lee. So that's my top 5.
And why did Jackie not make the list?
I was never a big Jackie fan. I was never
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was just never a big fan of his martial arts style. Like he's nice with it. Made it big Hollywood, and I know like if you go back, you study his history. He was a bad boy in his history too. But when it just comes to style doesn't resonate with me. It just never resonated with me.
Too comedic, too stunt heavy.
Even though he's doing his stunts, but the difference between the Jet Li stunt and the Jackie Chan stunt, his was like I'm flopping all over the place, and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's that.
That's what I say, too gimmicky, like wrestling type stuff, versus Jet more dramatic and serious.
More dramatic, more popping. Like his stuff just popped to me. So that's why I give it to Jet Li more so than Jackie Chan. But Jackie Chan's nice too. He's nice. You don't get to where he got to without being nice. But it just wasn't for me. He didn't make me want to go do some things. When I saw Jet Li, it made me want to go do some things. When I seen Michael Jai White, it made me want to go do some things. When I seen Bruce Lee, it made me want to go do some things. When I saw Chuck Norris, it made me want to go do some things. So that's my top 5. Sorry, Daniel-san, you don't make the list for me. Sorry.
What's my boy name?
I used to be a big fan of the 3 Ninjas. Them boys was
that joint.
Yeah, that was my dudes back then. 3 Ninjas. And then the Asian guy who was in Three Ninjas Kickback, and he was also in Secret of the Ooze. That guy.
Like what's
Yeah,
his
Keno,
name?
yeah.
Dude. I
He
see
gets honorable
interviews with
mention.
him from now
Yeah,
lately.
he gets honorable mention. I like him. He's honorable mention.
Yeah, he was a legit dude. What's my boy name? Everybody be teasing.
Who?
Doggone fat white dude. I mean, he fat now with the ponytail.
Oh, Steven Seagal.
Cigar, yeah. No cigar.
No Seagal, man. Sorry. He ain't gonna get the nod from me. I'm sorry. I can't do it, Steven. I can't do it, man. Can't do it.
I seen an interview where Michael Jai White said they were trying to set Steven up to get beat up by him at the end of the movie. Like, they set this scene up to be the last one they filmed that he had to do with Michael Jai White, and they were pretty much like pulling him off to the side, pulling Michael off to the side, like, hey man, if you slip and miss on a punch, man, it's fine, because it's the final scene of the movie. So
go ahead, we just go ahead, Jack, real quick. It's okay.
Yeah, you can. We filmed everything else that we need from. So if you mess them up, we'll look the other way. It's no biggie. You know what I'm saying? Like, so they set the dates up to film his scene. His scene might have been in the middle of the movie, but they're like, we filming this on the final day of shooting, like, just to get him beat up. But Michael knew it was unfair. He was like,
he rose people the wrong way in Hollywood, and he lost his mystique. But Steven Seagal, he's never one of my guys. I was never a big fan.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to the world of martial arts, man.
Intimate with martial arts as you are, so I can't go into a whole 5 list, but I do understand where you come from, and honestly, I respect everybody that you put on it, and the order that you put them in. The order all was logical to me. You know what I'm saying? So
okay, yeah, man. But you had to do that one for Chuck Norris. That's a salute, man. A send off. But anyway, let's salute these cigars, man. Let's show the world what we smoking right now.
For me, this week, I ain't updated. Don't do it. Don't do the reveal. I got you go.
All right. So what I'm smoking a Macanudo Emissary France. So I was walking around the humidor, and I don't really go down. I don't really pay attention to the Macanudo as much as some might. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, as much, but I had to do it because I saw the France on it, and for some reason, I'm in the mood for travel. I'm in the mood for French Riviera lifestyle, palm trees, and some coastal waters, some French cuisine, all that good stuff. So I was like, you know what? We don't show France enough love. So let me smoke this Macanudo Emissary France. Just for the mindset ambiance, I guess. That's where I'm going today. And I want to see what Macanudo has in this vein. Of course, I think I've smoked the Emissary before, but I can't remember exactly which one it was. Macanudo gets some burn every so often from us. So here we go. I'm gonna give you a quick rundown of some of the details of it. It's Ecuador Habano on the wrapper. Origin is Honduras. Binder is USA broadly. Filler Brazilian, Dominican, France, and the US. So it got a little bit of France in the filler. That's where the French inspiration comes from.
Well, you got everything.
A little mixed bag, and it tastes like a mixed bag. Honestly, definitely does. I'm really having a hard time picking up exactly what I'm getting right now, and that was before I got to the details. So now that I'm getting the details of seeing how robust it's constructed and how many different things it has that's making this cigar up, it makes sense. It makes sense.
So for me, I have a Don Pepin Garcia, the original, in the Lancero.
Hey, Don Pepin.
This is Nicaraguan through and through. So every single spec you got on it is going to be Nicaraguan. And yeah, that's the info on the rundown on it. I'll say this right off the bat. The first thing that hit me was dry. I just like, this is a dry stick. This is a dry stick.
Okay.
Yeah.
In a good or bad way? because I've had those Padrones that are dry, that are pleasant. I appreciate them.
I can manage it. You know what I'm saying? But I think the more I continue to smoke it, I think some of the dryness maybe was due to some of the pepperiness. It's a spicy stick, so it's kind of spicy and dry, but it's smoothing out a little bit as we getting into it. You know what I'm saying? But it's still got some of those same elements to it. So, but
Okay.
I'm not mad at it so far. Don't get me wrong.
And
I'm not
it is a
griping and
Lancero.
complaining.
Okay.
Say what?
I said, and it is a Lancero, so
Yeah.
hopefully it's a good ride. Usually those Lanceros, they do very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. It's
Every
handling
time I get a
the ride
Lancero,
well.
like, why do I smoke Lancero enough? I don't smoke it enough. Like I gotta keep one on the stash at all times.
Yeah, it's managing though. What I'm saying about it is managing it very well. You know, it's still a good stick so far. So, but I'll get into more detail as we continue to smoke.
Okay, cool. All right, let's do it then. Hey, so speaking of managing things, I don't know how this particular food chain has been managing to stay on top of the food chain as long as they have. And it's been time to for them to be called to the carpet and to be judged appropriately. McDonald's. We've seen the
McDonald's?
CEO over the last couple of weeks come under fire for his reveal of his what they call product. Not a hamburger, not a sandwich, but the product. Product. Yeah. And this is a great product. And he takes a bite out of his hamburger, takes a little nibble, barely chews. You never see him swallow. They do a little cut scene. Yeah. I'm pretty sure the cut scene spits it out and then gets back to it like, yeah, this is a great product. You guys will love it. Nah, man, not convincing at all. I'm not convinced. Not convinced.
Man,
so,
McDonald's bring your pork behind to the carpet, man. It's your turn.
Come here. Come on.
Hey, look.
Come in.
You talk about being out of touch. You know, when you talk like that, you are out of touch. You talking to the public. Nobody told you this was going out to the public. You thought this was going out to your coworkers. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Who are you filming this?
The company. This is part of a company promo video for your employees or something.
Right. This one for the team. This was for all of us. While you talking about product, nah, man. Way to make us feel like you trying to sell to us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If there's no better way than to tell me my food is a product to you. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm happy about is the way America responded. I am so happy the way America responded to. They called cap. They called BS immediately.
Yeah, we all felt the same.
Yes. I'm like, it's about time. It's about time. Speak on how we feel or how we've been feeling about you as a company. Overall, we're talking about service and your product that you've been pushing out. We're not happy. It's not okay. My son, 16, he swears off on the McDonald's. I'm not eating McDonald's hamburgers no more. This was before the video. And now after the video, he like, nah, I ain't eat McDonald's. He says no to McDonald's. McDonald's used to be a treat to us back in the day.
It used to be a treat, bro. As a kid, there was nothing more exciting than to make a McDonald's stop. But I, too, for a while now, I don't know, I'm sure, but we've discussed it at some point on the episodes years ago. I've been on McDonald's strike. You know what I'm saying? I've been white finger McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? White man finger, middle finger to McDonald's. I've been on strike against McDonald's. Now, if they give me some work, I'll do some work for you, make some money with you. But you know what I'm saying?
You do a commercial though. You do a commercial.
Yeah, it's different though. I promote your product, you know what I'm saying? But outside of that, I don't want no parts of it, man. I am on strike against McDonald's, man. I don't want it. I'm boycotting them. I'm anti-McDonald's. Your employees suck. Your service suck. Your ice cream machine don't work. Your soda machines don't work half the time. The burgers never come out the way that they supposed to every single time. It's hit or miss. They treat you like you a nuisance when you go to the drive-thru, like I'm bothering you or something. Like, did you show up here to help me, or did you show up to just do nothing all day? Like, you know what I'm saying? But everything about them is terrible. They're the worst in the business.
Wow.
Popeyes is right behind them, but at least they food be good.
okay. I'm about to say like I don't know which one worked, but you're right. Popeyes do be Popeyes hit. Popeyes hit.
And it's
At
the
least
other
at least
thing.
they chicken still
Popeyes
tastes good.
don't treat you like you a bother. They just don't have good. They just like they never train their people how to be polite. You know what I'm saying? They kind of
Or how to make it fast food.
that too. You know.
You go to Popeyes, you hit that line, you're gonna be there for about 10 to 15. Easy.
Yeah,
Easy.
they bad, but
two people in the line. Why it take me 15 minutes to get my chicken? It's only two people in the drive-thru. It's only two of us. We both here waiting.
We both been waiting. But once again, it ain't like I'm intentionally mean to you. Some of them people at Popeyes is just like that's just who they are. They would talk to me like this regardless at work or not. You know what I'm saying? They just don't got no good training. But McDonald's, they act like they bothered. They overworked and they mad with you and stuff. Like you just bothering them. Worse in the business, man. Worse in the business. Yeah. Don't fix your product, fix your employees. You know what I'm saying? And then fix your product.
And then fix the product. Yeah, I'm about to say like, no, the product still need to be fixed. Product still need to be fixed. But here's the thing, like McDonald's continues to pop up across the nation like nothing. Like it's just McDonald's here. Now see another building being built. It's a McDonald's. Like in my neighborhood, they put two new McDonald's within a mile from each other. Like, I don't want to see them arches on each side of my neighborhood. Right. A mile apart. You got a McDonald's over here and a McDonald's over there.
Right.
New building
bringing
being
down
built.
the value of my neighborhood.
What's it gonna be? McDonald's. Oh, is it gonna be a Cava? No, McDonald's.
Yeah. Put a Cava or something there. You know what I'm saying? Uplift my community. You know what I'm saying? Increase the value of it. But you put a McDonald's there and it just feels like ratchet when you bring a McDonald's to my neighborhood. That's what y'all are now. We don't view you as a respectable place. And they've been let us know that they're not a burger establishment. They've been let us know it's all about the real estate for them. So that's what they doing. They hustling. But it's like,
hustling. Get into the money though. McDonald's makes money. They make their money.
They raising their prices.
They got to do better
on that rotten product they be trying to sell. That's the other thing. You keep putting poison in our neighborhoods with your food, and then on top of that, you raising the price on it like you're high value. You should lower the price. That's what we like about you is the fact that it's affordable.
A McDonald's burger shouldn't cost the same as a Five Guys burger. I mean, back in the day, you go to Five Guys and you get a burger, you know you're gonna spend a little bit extra money, but you know you're getting a good product. A McDonald's burger should not cost the same, and especially as your Big Mac is becoming a little Mac. How is a Big Mac smaller than a Five Guys burger and then cost more than a Five Guys burger? It don't make sense. When the Big Mac used to be the Big Mac.
Yeah, they're not price appropriate. You don't even know your demographic raising the prices. That's not your demographic. You know what I'm saying? McDonald's, we go to you because you're supposed to be fast and cheap and decent, but we ain't really going for nothing else other than that. When it ain't fast and it ain't affordable no more, why am I going? You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. A lot of it still tastes the same, but it's just cold or sloppily put together. It ain't put together neatly and warm. But if they do it right, it'll be fine.
And you're not getting the same amount of a quarter pounder. Ain't no quarter pounder. You can't convince me that a quarter pound is a quarter pound of beef. You can't convince me that. You can't convince me that. But back in the day, a quarter pounder used to be a quarter pounder. But anyway, I think it's time. I'm appreciative of how us as a people responded to seeing that and calling BS and saying, nah, y'all got to step it up. If y'all charging us the way y'all charging us and you're giving us the service you're giving us the service of, you got to do better by us in some aspect and not give us this fake food that you're trying to force down, you know what I'm saying, down our throats. It's not okay. It's not okay.
And when I saw him nibble on that burger like a squirrel and not swallow it, I said to myself, that's why I boycott you right there. I know I shouldn't be eating that because the CEO knows he shouldn't be eating that, which lets me enforces that I know I shouldn't be eating that. I don't know what that trash is, but he know what that trash is, and he know not to ingest it.
He ain't eating it. Yeah. See, and also what I love too, I love how the other CEOs of other burger companies all jumped in on him. All they ganged up on him hard. They were like, oh, that's how you want to show your product? Watch how we show our food, our burgers.
Right.
And they sitting there with the napkin all tucked in and going in, food all on their face, burger dripping, falling apart. Like, it's good. Like, our burgers are legit. Our burgers are good. I'm the CEO, and I eat this every day. It was I think I can't remember which one was like it was, but he had A&W. You had who else was out there?
Who was it? I think
different burger
my
spots.
guy from Freddy's or Culver's or somebody said he
Freddy's,
eat it every day.
In and Out.
Yeah, that's and look, shout out to them for learning from his mistake. What they did was they saw what happened, saw how it got responded to, peeped the pulse of the people, and then they adapted to it. So I respect it, but I don't believe them either. You know what I'm saying? But I can appreciate them smartening up about it.
Frozen. All beef patties. I mean, Wendy's still make good burgers, don't they? I haven't had a burger in a while.
Nah,
I mean,
man.
I'm probably the wrong person to be talking. Well, no, I can't. I'm still legit in my ability to make a comment on this, even though I haven't had meat in almost 4 years now.
Almost 4 years. You out the game. This is my conversation. Y'all listen to me. He don't know. McDonald's, Wendy's. Hey man, I'm close to giving them the middle finger too. Because this is what I don't like about Wendy's. This is what I don't like about none of y'all fast food. Nah, Wendy's. This is for you. I can't put this on everybody. This is a Wendy's jacket. And McDonald's do this same sneaky mess too. They ask you what you want, and then they upgrade you without your permission. And you have to tell them not to upgrade me. That's what they do to you. So if you go in and you be like, let me get a number 3, they'll be like, upsize you to a larger size of the number 3. And you got to catch it on the screen to be like, no, you just gave me a large. I don't want a large. I just want the number 3 the way it comes.
Yeah.
They supposed to ask you what size at least. They just upsize it. Yeah. So I know that tricky mess comes straight from the top. So whether it's the franchisee owner or whether it's corporate telling them go find ways to make new money, and now your people are here
because they're betting on most people ain't gonna catch this, which is a business model of a lot of different corporations. A lot of different corporations throw these extra charges, hoping that people don't catch it. And if they catch it, they've caught it too many times too late. That we've already overcharged you, and guess what? You're not gonna get that money back. So if I overcharge at least 1 million people $1, that's $1 million that I just made, regardless.
Right.
So now the longer I do this and the more often I do this, the little more money I get to pad my company with, or pad my company with.
Yeah. So over the course of a couple quarters, you done made a nice little extra profit. You done increased it. And that's some garbage to me. I don't rock with that, man. That's foul. Yeah, you go to McDonald's and ask for breakfast, and they charge you extra for coffee, and they charge you extra for orange juice. Anything that you want to drink related to breakfast, they charge you extra for. You got to get a Coca-Cola if you want to not get an upcharge. Forget you, McDonald's. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If this wasn't a family show, I'd say how I really feel about you.
Yeah. So you want to charge me extra because I want a beverage with my meal. But you overcharge because I'm not getting a soda or a fountain drink.
Yeah.
At 7 in the morning,
upcharge on any breakfast beverage you want. But the beverage comes with the combo. You got to get a Coke in the morning. I got to have a Coke at 7:30 in the morning. If I don't want to be charged more, that's
that sneaky business, man. That's that sneaky business, and that don't sit right with me. I don't honor that. I don't honor it.
And they don't tell you. They just do it. You know what I'm saying? They just do it. What you want? You want a coffee? Yeah, of course you want a coffee.
Yeah,
plus 70 cents, plus 85, or plus $1.25, whatever they charge. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got a whole pot over there, man. Just pour it in the cup. Like, you know what I'm saying? You brewed the pot regardless. Like, you act like it's charging
you're gonna waste it. Yeah, if you don't pour it, you're gonna waste it. So give it to me. No extra charge. Yeah. So let me ask you this though. Since I haven't had a hamburger in a while, I don't know if you've had this food chain in a minute, but you're still in a region where there's a cookout. Is cookout still the same? Please tell me cookout hasn't changed. I would be hurt. It would break my heart.
Same, but the plate costs more. You know what I'm saying? The plate is, but you expect it to go up. You know, I can't be mad at inflation. That's what's going on in the world.
Yeah, inflation is inflation. But as long as the quality of food stays the same, what the problem I have with inflation is the pricing going up, but then the product becoming less.
Yeah, the product gets deflated and the price goes inflated. That's what they normally do. Cookout, shout out to Cookout, because them Carolina boys take care of you. They don't do that. They don't do that.
Still good,
Now,
still good
this is what they
portion.
do. Because, cookout, you can get 3 entrees, basically. You can get a quesadilla, a burger, and a corn dog, or you know what I'm saying? Or whatever, so you can, they still give you a lot of great options and they don't charge you nothing. So cookout ain't changed, man. You can get whatever, because your sides, they got like 8-10 different sides you can choose from. You know what I'm saying? And you can double up on them, 2 corn dogs and a burger. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of food.
Let me get them hush puppies. Let me get them hush puppies.
Yeah, so whatever you into. But yeah, they different, but a lot of these places they ain't nothing, man. The fast food game is in trouble, man. When it's more affordable for me to go into a restaurant, or the same cost to go in a restaurant versus going to fast food, and then I have apps that allow me to order online, so I don't even have to waste my time like going in waiting on it.
You make a really good point. So I might as well go get a burger from Applebee's, pay $10.99, and be good to go. Do my online pickup order, go pick it up. I'm in and out.
Yeah. So I order before my lunch break. 15 minutes before my lunch break, I order. I drive over there. It's ready, waiting for me at a table. I ain't got to talk to nobody. It's been paid for. Walk in, grab it, go. That's quicker than going to McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? Like, and waiting in that line at drive-through.
And you got real food you eating, and it's a good quality burger. That used to be a separate thing. Like if you wanted that restaurant styles, steakhouse, whatever type of burger, you was paying extra. You had to go sit sit down. Order your whole meal, drop a tip, all that good stuff.
Yeah, you look bougie if you had to do that back in the day. That was like on your good check week. This is my free check. Let me go do this on Friday. That was that type of thing.
The whole point of a fast food burger is supposed to be cheaper and supposed to be faster and more convenient. Let me get this $3 burger, $3.99. I'm in the line and out the line, and a decent quality burger.
Yeah,
but now they're the same price as a restaurant burger. When I can go online, order on Applebee's, show up to Applebee's, go get my joint, I'm out.
Yeah, it's better. It's better. It hasn't ruined the fast food game because for some reason we ain't thinking. But as soon as people realize that's all you gotta do, you're done with it.
Yeah,
you're done with them.
And those restaurants, they started at to-go line too. They got a whole to-go door in some of these establishments. A lot of them do. Where you even gotta go to the restaurant, you just go straight to the takeout line, walk up, and then get your stuff and go.
Yeah,
you gotta wisen up when it comes to that. Because that'll force the fast food game to really step it up and get back to some kind of quality.
Yeah. Yep. You're gonna have to either give me quality or you're gonna have to give me convenience. But I'm not gonna go for you not giving me neither.
Yeah. and decent service. And decent service. That's all we can ask for. That's all we can ask for.
Well, that's why Chick-fil-A and In-N-Out rule the world on each coast for that same reason. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They're the two places that are gonna give you the best service and the most consistency to your meal.
Consistent, good service, and you're gonna get what you need. You need extra sauce? Oh, yeah. Here's all the Polynesian sauce you want.
Right.
Like for real? Okay. Sometimes they'll charge you extra. Sometimes they courtesy of a Chick-fil-A. Here you go. Here's some honey mustard. Here's some Chick-fil-A sauce. Good to go. Enjoy your day. Thank you.
That's it. That's all I need from
extra ketchup. Or no. You ask for ketchup. You got to go back to the line and go get you some ketchup. We get you attitude because you want some ketchup that you're supposed to get with your bag.
Right.
How you give me attitude because you forgot to give me ketchup?
That's how they do you. You starting to remember now. You know what I'm saying? You jogging your memory. That's how they do us. They do us dirty, man. Forget these companies. Foul play.
Like I said, I'm glad the response was the response, but are we going to get a result from it? Hopefully. But they still going to play the bullies as long as they can. As long as they can, they're gonna play the bullies.
It's depending on us. It's depending on the people, and that we can change any system, any infrastructure we got a problem with. If we could change,
we got the power to change it. The people has the power to change it. But you gotta recognize that we got that power.
Hey man, I was thinking about this the other day, man. And I know this is off topic, but I was thinking to myself, my son, he was taking a test and learning information about what was it, the Boston Tea Party? I think how they didn't want to deal with the taxation on their tea, and they dumped the tea in the ocean and stuff. And I was just explaining to him about taxes, and I had a couple checks in the mail, and I hadn't opened them yet. And I was sitting here I just grabbed a random envelope. I was like, look, this is what I made, and this is how much they took in taxes. I was like, and my agent I was saying, this is the agent's cut. This is what I made. I was like, Uncle Sam made more off of this than my agent made, and made the exact same amount as I did in taxes.
That's insane. And they did nothing.
And they did nothing
did
to
none
it.
of the work.
They did nothing. Now, and he was just amazed at the numbers, but it's like, no, look what the number was originally. Now look at what the number is now, that after it all said and done, what I left with. Now look at what I should have made. You know what I'm saying? Like that number is the number you should be. He's little, so he don't know any number over $100 look good.
Yeah, anything over 100 is a big number. Yeah,
yeah, but it's like, no, that look what I should have got. If you impressed by that number ain't nothing. Look at what I should have got. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that led me into the conversation. I'm having this with a 9-year-old, but I'm telling them that's why those people were so mad at the taxation. Look what it is now. Look what they do to us. They tax my income, and then they tax my actual retail. And then they tax this house that you live in right now. I got to pay taxes on that, for the property, for the foundation. I got to do it every single year. I was like, look at all these envelopes. We were doing our taxes, getting it together at the time to send off to the accountant. Stack of papers here. Look, this is a tax for your health insurance. This is a tax from this, from that. Everything's getting taxed. I was like, these are my investments. Look, they got taxed. My investment funds got taxed. Everything. If I go make $1, I get taxed. The company that paid me gets taxed for paying me money. And then if I want to go shop with that money, I pay taxes. And if I need to go buy some gas on the way to go to the mall to go buy something, they're going to tax the gas that I buy also. And that's why people are mad. But it's funny because all of us can change it. We just got to come together. But none of us got enough heart to speak up and come together. But that's my last battle I got, D. That's the last fight I got in me. I'm waiting on enough of us to get together and say we standing up against taxes, because I'm ready to fight that one.
Because that's a lot of money. Like, you think about all the years that we've been paying these taxes, how much money does that add up to? It's a lot of money. It's a lot of man hours that it took for us to generate that kind of money, that income, just to have given it back. Yeah, that's insane. And if you multiply that by how many million people in America, that's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. Now, don't get me wrong. I appreciate it, because how I get paid is because of American tax dollars. So thank you. Thank you.
But you still could get paid. You still could get paid. They make so much. You still can get paid. Yeah. You shouldn't. You and even tax, the tax money I'm not anti-taxes, but tax my income or tax my retail. Don't tax me on both ends.
Yeah, don't double hit me. Don't tax me to live. Don't tax me to generate revenue, and then don't tax me to spend that revenue.
You took the taxes before I got it. Can I spend the money now without you taking more? We got a V going there. That booty. I saw the back end. That's why it looked like that.
Emissary.
Yeah, I saw the back end. That's why it looked like that. I see what you see on the backside. I'm trying to clean it up before you show it. Show the backside. Come on. I'm trying to smoke it down. There you go. That's it. That's why it looked like that.
Oh man.
But yeah,
bad burn D. You can tell it's been a minute for me. It's been a minute. It's been a minute.
You back in rare form. But yeah, I didn't save us no time on this. But let's give about 8 minutes to Bam. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's talk some basketball, man. It is sport. It's like peak sports season right now. March Madness is happening. NBA playoffs is revving up. We getting there. We almost there. And we had some heroics, man. We had some heroics about a week ago. Some heroics on the basketball court. Bam Adebayo dropping 83, passing up Kobe, passed up
Carolina boy. That's a Carolina boy.
Carolina boy. Oh no, he's from North Carolina, because he didn't go to college. He went to college in Kentucky, right? So he's from North Carolina.
Where he went to college, but he's from High Point.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah. I didn't know that.
He moved to High Point when he was like 4 or 5 years old or something young. Like wherever he originally from, he came to High Point high school. Went through high school in High Point all the way up until he left for college.
Okay. Had no idea, but that still doesn't change how I feel about his performance.
It don't change how I feel, but I've always kind of liked Bam, so I hate it. I hate it. Gotta be him
like this. But see, like, and the thing is, I'm not mad at him for getting the points.
I'm not mad at Bam.
That's not the thing. And I've heard these arguments all throughout last week and this week that, you know what I'm saying, hey, what was he supposed to do? And he did what he was supposed to do. That's how I feel about it. He did what he was supposed to do. So I give him credit for what, up to like maybe 70 some points, but anything after the 70, that was some BS. That was some BS. And I blame the coach. I blame the who they playing. They were playing the Washington Wizards. I blame the Wizards, and I blame the refs.
I'm not even blaming the refs, even though they could take some blame.
I'm blaming the refs.
I start with the Wizards coach. He's my very first person I blame. Spoelstra, there's a part of me that wants to respect it, and there's a part of me that the old school part of me is like, is Spoelstra to take some blame too. So I start with the coaches first and foremost, because Spoelstra, there's a part of me, right? Don't get me wrong. As a guy who's always been a team player when it comes to just people in general, my team and wanting to be a part of a team that wins, I respect that they came together and unified to look out for their brethren. We want to do this for you. We're going to get you there. They decided at halftime to get them there, and they did everything in their power to get them there. Now, I thought it was corny how they went about it, but there's a half of me that's like, I like that y'all came together. I like that the coach let them come together. I like all of that. But then there's the other part of me is like, that ain't how we do things. You know what I'm saying? That ain't how we do things in the game. You know, like when a beatdown is occurring, you show mercy. You come out, you sit your players and let everybody get some garbage time. That's just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's Spoelstra's decision to make.
Yeah, that's standard sports culture, sports etiquette, all that good stuff.
Yeah, if you dribble the clock out if the game's out of reach at the end, you don't take that last layup. You know what I'm saying? You don't dunk it at the end of the game. That's
because we know fights have broken out and melees have happened because of one last dunk with the clock running out. Man, you ain't had to do that.
Yeah, that's why I say I'm against it. Now, as a competitor, that's what Bam is supposed to do. He's supposed to want to go attack a record. As a guy who is in this generation from this era, who does things how this era is, he followed the era. The era is stat chasing and all the things. He did everything he was supposed to do as a guy from this time frame.
Good point.
And that's a competitor.
This era is about stat chasing, stat padding, and stat chasing for whatever it is, however you want your name remembered. But that's just not me.
He just conducted himself how he's supposed to today. That's why I gave up on blaming him. But
so like for the last maybe I would say 7 years or so, I valued stats less and less and less and less. I like the performance. I like the acumen of how you play the game. Stats, you know what I mean? Like he had all these triple doubles. That means nothing to me anymore. It means nothing to me anymore. I think over the last maybe 7 years, 5 to 7 years, that those things don't matter as much as it once did.
Yeah.
So the 83, I put an asterisk by it, just like I would put an asterisk by a lot of James Harden's triple doubles,
games and stuff. And everybody, Well, some of the 70s is honest. Some of the 70s,
even scoring champions, and they're like Jordan's 30 versus somebody's 30. In this day and age, it's not the same 30.
That's a different 30.
So same way I would say that somebody's 30 in 2026 is not somebody's 95 30-point game. It's the same as somebody's 83-point game versus somebody's 81-point game 20 years ago. It's the same way I'm looking at it.
Well, and it's the other thing. Jordan's 30 in his day, when his score was 90, he scored 1/3 of his team's points. That's a different 30 from you scored 30 and y'all scored 125.
Yeah.
Now you've only got, you know what I'm saying? It's a different percentage. You got 25% of your team's points. Right? It's different.
Y'all scored 150 points and you scored 30 of that. Okay. Quite naturally. So the 83 off of how many points did they score in this game? It was like 150, I think they scored.
Something crazy like that, yeah.
Something crazy. So 83 points out of 150, that's just a little over half.
Hey, but look, the percentage was about the same as what Wilt's percentage was when he scored 100. The percentage wasn't that different. Wilt might have had 51% and Bam had like 49% or 50%. It was like right there with each other. Which now all you people who don't believe in Wilt,
I don't mind, though, at the same time, he didn't have that many field goal, like no regular shots. A lot of his points came off of free throws too. But, so like in a natural flow of a game, he should have had 70. and I can respect that. If he had a 70-point game and that was it, based off his performance, I would have been like, yo, he went off. Just like Luka the other day went off for 60.
Yeah.
That 60
against
was
the
legit.
Heat. Yeah.
Say what?
Against the Heat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Against a better team. You know, and I don't say that to knock on Bam, you know what I'm saying? But it was against a better team, you know what I'm saying?
Against a better team. So I don't like it. I didn't like it. I didn't like the weak calls. And then also that too. All the free throws, and you look at how the game is called now, those whistles were going off before he was even touched half the time. Or they were anticipating the whistle.
Yeah.
And they called a foul. I don't like that. I don't like the way the game's being played in this day and age because of those ticky-tack fouls.
Yeah.
Those ticky-tack fouls, half those fouls that he got called for and sent to the line for wouldn't have been called 10 years ago. They wouldn't have been called 20 years ago, 30 years ago. So I take the 83 with a grain of salt. I respect the fight in the game up to a certain point, but after a certain threshold, that last 2 minutes, 3 minutes of the game, some BS. And
I think that's what most people got mad with it. Is everybody was cool up until the end of the third, or about the 9-minute mark of the fourth. That's when people somewhere in there you're cut off.
Following the opposite team as soon as they inbound the ball, not even letting them bring the ball to the court just so you can get the ball back. That ain't how we do things, man. That ain't it. Just to break a record. I want whoever I'm getting to break that record for it to be respected. Now it has to go down in history with the asterisk on it.
Well, it won't. You know, and all Bam got to do is go about another week or so, and we all move on from it. You know what I'm saying? So he'll be fine in the history of just remember the number. But why this pissed off the old heads is because this was just most of the time everything we're mad about in this era actually is something that's spread out over the course of several games, and we get frustrated with it. This game had everything we're mad at all in one game. It summed up everything we're mad at. So if you mad at LeBron's stat pad, or anybody's stat pad, it's over the course of a season and even over the course of a career. We got to watch the ultimate example of it all in one night. And then we got to watch all the silliness in the fouls and the ticky-tack fouls. Everything. That game summed up everything people have been mad at.
The lack of defense on the opposing team. That part. No defense.
That's why I said I'm more mad with Wizards coach, because I heard the Wizards coach complain about, that's right, Patrina. I heard the Wizards coach complain about, how the game was played. And it's like, no, you don't get to complain. You're the last person that gets to say something. I don't want to hear you say nothing, because it was your responsibility to figure something out to stop it. You couldn't figure it out. And you couldn't figure out if you wanted to tank or stop it. So it's on you. You know what I'm saying? This is all your fault. This don't happen if you guys figure out how to stop him. You know what I'm saying? So we wouldn't even be talking about it if you could have stopped him 15 points ago. You couldn't do it.
Yeah. So they're the last person that should be talking, especially the coach. And then the players too. Y'all should have stopped it. Y'all should have figured out a way to stop it. But it is what it is.
Even when they were triple teaming them, it wasn't no good triple teams. It's just like
it wasn't no lockdown triple team to where he couldn't get nothing else. He had to force somebody else to take a shot.
Where's the best defender on the floor? Why didn't he come up and be like, I got him in the second quarter? Like, hey, change your game plan, coach. I got him. You get him off of him. He just got 30 on him in the first.
These players don't care. The players don't care, especially if you're on a losing team and you know you're not making it to the playoffs. You ain't got no chance to get no chip. You just collecting the check and you going home.
Yeah, lack of self-pride. But it is what it is. You want to get into some reviews, man?
Yeah, man. So let's go ahead and break these cigars down. Let's talk about what we got, what we smoked. Let me see what you smoking. Don Pepin, that Lancero. Yeah, let's get to your Lancero second. Let me talk about Macanudo real quick. Because Macanudo, you got to do more for me. And I was hoping that France would take me there. And it kind of did a little bit. It kind of did. So when I first started smoking a cigar off of First Light, I had a hard time figuring out which way the cigar was going to go, which is fine. That's okay. Because sometimes it takes a cigar a while to get into its true identity and have this clear direction on what it's going to give you. My problem is it never gave me that. It never got there. It never got there. It never got me a clear cut idea of what I'm smoking. That mixed bag, and I guess it's good for somebody who's looking for something that just has these dynamic of flavors. It's going to throw a bunch of things that's going to not necessarily gel into something. If you're looking for that, that's fine. Everybody has a different type of palate. But for me, I like for it to get into something that says this is what you got. You're smoking a spicy stick, something that's really peppery, and this is where we're going to hit you. We're going to have a lot of punch to it, or something that's going to give you some nice woody, smooth flavor, and it's going to be just even kill and chill, or something that's going to give you these dynamic of flavors where you have something that's brewed up nicely that's going to give you a solid EQ'd flavor, like how Placencia does, or even how the Oliva V. But I get it. Not all cigars are those, and I guess that's okay. But as far as how I review it, it's not going to give the best review from me. So off the smoke, off my flavors that I picked up, I got deep earth, a little bit of pepper, and when I say deep earth, I'm just talking about something hearty, a hearty earth. It tastes like tobacco just came straight out the soil. You know what I'm talking about? Like
Yeah.
it wasn't even like however the process of cigars are when they hang this, like it just feel like it came straight out the soil.
Yeah.
It smokes like I'm tasting something straight out the soil, right? So hearty earth, a little bit of strong oak that's coming in there, some nuttiness that's sprinkled throughout, like that acorn pecan type of deal, and it's like this little hint of this, a little hint of that, a little hint of everything, a little hint of pepper. I think I said peppers already, and then some cocoa, and then just like I said, earthy tobacco, all that in there, but nothing that really solidifies what I'm smoking. The aroma, standard aroma, nothing sweet, nothing like too like let me think what I can liken it to. How a Placencia's aroma is going to come out. You know, it has a distinct aroma. This aroma was just I lit some cigar on fire. I lit a cigar on fire. I lit some tobacco on fire, and that's what we got. Nothing special. So kind of disappointed when it came to that. I was hoping I was going to get something that was going to be distinct that says, "Ooh, this is French." You know what I'm saying? Francais, whatever. Didn't give me that. Didn't give me that. So I was hoping to get something like that, but didn't get it. So a little bit of a letdown. But when it comes to Macanudo, I don't really know what to expect. Don't really know what to expect. So, in all fairness, giving a rating out of 5, I'm going to say a 3.4 for the Macanudo Emissary France. So decent smoke, but just nothing that's going to just take it up past the 3.5, even anywhere close to that 4. So 3.4 for the smoke. I'm going to blame this burn on me.
Me too.
Been out the game for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? First smoking probably about a week and a half. So it is what it is, man.
Okay. All right. So for me, with the Don Pepin Garcia original blue Lancero. So as I mentioned earlier, we'll skip that. For now, I'm gonna say this cigar had a good draw on it, and it had a pretty solid aroma on the smoke. You know, it had a nice medium. I'll say about a medium body smoke. You know what I'm saying? Kind of creamy and full smoke in the air, but the construction was good on it also throughout. I would say that as far as my tasting notes, I noticed that this stick started out very dry for me, as I mentioned, and the spice is one of the primary things that jumped out at me. And the spice is a thing that I continued to notice as I continued to smoke through it, but I don't feel like I'm not even going to try to break down specifically what type of spice. I feel like I got a variety of spice. I got a variety of pepper in this cigar, and I'm not even going to try to narrow down exactly what it is, but some of it felt like spice, like pepper spice, and then some of it felt like cooking spices also. You know what I'm saying? So a little bit of all of that. Probably some black pepper in there. You know, you hear people talk about the I've heard people talk about like white pepper and stuff is like a thing. Maybe that's what that is also, but it's just stuff I'm not even trying to figure out exactly what that is. You know what I'm saying? But it was a little bit of all of that. But the Lancero handled it well because it also coupled it with a little earthiness, as you mentioned in your cigar. I had a little bit of chocolate notes within it, but primarily out of those notes, I would say it was more of a woody smoke. So how you were heavy earth, I felt heavy woodiness in it, to go along with those different spices that I was picking up on. I saw that this was given a 90 by aficionado. I'm not going there for me, you know what I'm saying? But once again, these are all based on our own personal preferences and our own biases. For me, from 1 to 5, I'm gonna go with a 3.7. I was torn between 3.8, 3.7. I felt like I was doing 3.8 just to be nice, but so I'm gonna just go with a 3.7. I'm gonna just go with my instinct to say, which was 3.7 for this. Good cigar, handled everything well. Enjoyable cigar that I will finish, but maybe I'm rusty. It's just some stuff going on in it. It was a lot of the same notes, but hitting me different ways. You know what I'm saying? Which kind of threw me off, because normally if you get some spice, you'd be like, this is a nutmeg or a cinnamon or something. You'll kind of know this is black pepper. Yeah. This is, but I felt like they were kind of giving variety to that, which is dope, but I'm not even trying to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I prefer my spice.
You, right?
Yeah, not for me, not today. You know what I'm saying? I prefer my spice to the background and kind of consistent. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the other things switch up. So, which probably hurt it for me, and maybe it's great for somebody else. But that's my score.
Okay. There we are. So glad to be back. Glad to have some more cigars in the stash due to us doing the show. And I'm gonna get my palate back right. Gotta get my palate back right.
Yeah, there you go.
So don't stay gone for too long, because your palate, you get a palate reset. I don't know.
There you go. But anyway, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in to this week's episode of the Cigars and Everything Else podcast. We up out of here. Keep your sticks up high. Don't eat at McDonald's. Whatever you do, we out.